Next up, we head north to Lake of the Woods on a great early summer jig bite. Now let's start setting some hooks.
Yeah, there we go.
Get him?
Yep, better one.
It's a better one. There's a few fish right around here, isn't there, my friend?
Yeah, I think there might be.
You know, it just goes to show you, you can catch fish any way you want here, can't you?
Well, yeah, right now people are pulling spinners, people are pulling cranks, and here we are jigging.
And we're past what people consider to be that prime jigging. But I'm going to tell you, that just goes to show you what Lake of the Woods can do. I mean, even when you think to yourself you're past that prime time for a certain technique, you can still go out and do it because there's so many fish. Nice walleye. He's going to be really close to a dinner fish.
What do you think? I'm saying 20? Nah, 19?
I think he's going to be really close.
Yeah.
It's a great start to the day right there. You know what? I'm fishing with Joe Henry today. We're on Lake of the Woods. And I'll tell you what, you couldn't ask for a nicer day, number one. I mean, look around. It's just beautiful.
Every day's like this, isn't it?
Every day is like that, right? Well, I'll tell you what every day really is on Lake of the Woods, though. It's usually a great fishing day, no matter what the weather conditions, because there's always somewhere to fish. Today, we're going to show you a specific body of water where, you know what, we might sit here and get a whole bunch of them jigging, but we might throw the spinners over the side and get a bunch of them doing that too, and that's one of the coolest things about Lake of the Woods. Joe, I think I might need the net here.
Oh, nice. We'll take that.
I think.
Nice sauger, huh?
Look at that.
We'll take that one.
Probably. Oh, that
off on the net too.
Came unhooked right there. Perfect. Let me get that jig out of there. And then, here's what I'm going to tell you. You know, it's no secret that I have been coming up to Lake of the Woods for a lot of years, and between Joe and I imagine there's an awful lot of years here between the two of us that.
Hey, easy what you say.
Hard to count. Trying to be soft about that. I'll tell you what though, this is one of the things I would tell you that day in and day out I look at about Lake of the Woods, and I feel like it's just phenomenal. And that is the fact that you get to add in these saugers in the catch. You catch walleyes, you catch saugers, but they're together so often, especially at this time of the year.
Well, they're bonus fish. And you know, on Lake of the Woods, our limit is a combined limit of walleyes and saugers of 6 fish. Up to 4 of the 6 can be walleyes. And that's kind of cool too. We have a slot limit. 19.5 to 28 inches on a walleye has got to be put back. You know, you can keep your eaters under 19.5, which are just perfect.
Yep.
And you're allowed to keep 1 trophy walleye over 28 per day. And I'll tell you what, you know, that also feels good when you get a 24, 25-inch walleye. Get a couple good picks, put that fish back. Yep. Doesn't that feel good? Yeah,
well, and I'll tell you, you know, I've seen a lot of fisheries over the years that go through different phases,
yep.
Okay? Ups and downs. One thing I can tell you about Lake of the Woods that has always amazed me, though, is we don't have those ups and downs. There's such a steadiness, and I think a lot of that is the fact you have these saugers mixed in. You have this strength of year class of walleye year after year. You don't have a ton of fluctuating water levels that mess with your spawn. Ultimately, this lake, it's all natural reproduction, both the walleyes and saugers, and truly this is the best walleye factory of everywhere I fish. This is the best one. We got, ooh, better one, huh?
A netter. A netter.
Yeah, okay.
It's not a schwinger, it's a netter.
Okay, I'm all for it. Well, that's a good fish, Joe.
I tell you, this doesn't get old. I'll tell you what, this is fun. Look at that, nice walleye, huh?
Perfect. I don't think that one's going home with us, but oh, what a beautiful fish, my friend. Look at that. Awesome.
Oh, that might go home with us. Might close,
it's gonna be close, isn't it?
You talked about that jig being right in that snout, huh? Look at that.
Jig fishing. Nothing better. Well, don't get me wrong. I like spinner fishing. I like anytime they're tugging on the end of the line. But man, that's good stuff.
Nice one. Should I measure it?
Fish. Yeah, he's gonna make it. I think when you look at that fish, he's gonna sneak in there at 17.5.
Just under.
Perfect keeper. Ooh, what do you got, Joe? Good one, huh?
I can swing it.
No, you ain't. I can tell that one's a better one. Joe, you're fishing with my rods
Yeah,
today.
that's true.
When you say I can swing that one.
That's a nice walleye.
No, you can't swing that one. Here's what's going to happen today, folks. Joe is going to catch all of our good ones, and I'm going to pitch in a couple little saugers along the way for dinner tonight. But that's a
nice walleye.
Look at that fish.
Look at that jig in the mouth. Well, I tell you,
Fish.
if that doesn't get you excited to see a nice bright jig in the mouth of a big walleye like that,
Let me tell you something. Here's what we're using today. This is a real simple deal. It's flat comb, but I'm going to tell you something. Today is one of those days on Lake of the Woods where you can use a 1/4 ounce jig fishing out here in 26, 27 feet of water. But we're using the new Lindy B-Max jigs, okay? And this is the Lindy jig version. Comes in a whole bunch of different versions. You can get it in a live bait jig. You can also get the B-Max in the Max Gap jig. But today we're using that 1/4 ounce. It's made out of bismuth and makes it lead free, so it's good for the lakes. If you lose it, it's good for the environment. But hey, it fishes awesome. It fishes like tungsten. So for you guys using forward-facing sonar, you can see it really well on that sonar. It's got that better feel that you get with tungsten. Really, it's got all those attributes, and you can buy it cheaper than buying tungsten. So if that occasional pike comes by and rips you off, it didn't cost you $4.
they're working well today.
Yeah, they're doing the job today. Big stout hook, and then, Lake of the Woods special. A frozen shiner here is the deal, isn't it?
Well, they net them out of the Rainy River in the fall, and shiners are real particular. They're hard to keep alive.
Right.
And every bait deal has their own little recipe on how to freeze them. Some flash freeze them individually in racks.
Right.
Some put a certain kind of salt in it, have them ingest that salt, and then they freeze them. And everybody's got the recipe. The bottom line is you can buy those frozen shiners throughout the winter, throughout the summer and fall, and it's a great bait to use. It's a natural forage. But I tell you, that shine, that smell, I mean, look at the scales on my fingers. It's just something about an emerald shiner.
Yep. I'll tell you one other thing too. One of the biggest things to me is shiners are hard enough to keep alive, like Joe said. But when you're fishing a live shiner, they get soft really quick, and it's easy to jig them off. When they're frozen, here's what you get. You get a little bit more consistency. It keeps them on your hook better. And all said and done, it just keeps you fishing. But man, Joe, you just look around out here, and the sheer vastness of water that exists up here is really something else.
Well, it's kind of cool because there's 3 areas to Lake of the Woods. First, you got the Rainy River feeding the lake. Then you got the big open water of Big Traverse Bay.
Yep.
And then you got the northwest angle, that little tip on the north end of the lake. Northernmost point of the contiguous U.S., that's where the 14,552 islands of the lake. Very diverse lake. Now, the cool thing about it is we got the lodging infrastructure, incredible resorts and hotels and villas and cabins all around the lake, John. Good food, good beverages. You want to come up and you don't have any experience fishing, step on a charter boat. They'll take care of you from start to finish. They'll even clean your fish for you. I mean, it's really a neat place to come fishing.
Yeah, and I've stayed everywhere around this lake, from the northwest angle to the south shore to the Rainy River, and I can tell you firsthand, there is something for everyone. It's that diverse when it comes to the lodging and all the options available.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. Good one?
Better.
Good. Well, it looks like a good one, Joe.
Yeah. There we go. Well, it's looking a little better.
It just goes to show you, sometimes you're best off just believing in what you're doing and sticking with it. For a little while today, Joe and I put the jig rods down and we pulled some spinners around, and here's what happened. Nice walleye. Nice fish, bud. Here's what happened. We caught some fish, but they were all smaller. That's a great fish, bud.
Nice one?
Yeah, that's an awesome fish. We're
Fun,
gonna,
isn't it?
We're gonna let that one go, and I'm just gonna handle them for you. I'm gonna be your guide.
Thank you.
Awesome fish. But here's the thing, sometimes I really believe you can almost outthink it.
Yeah.
And today was one of those days where we pulled spinners for a little bit, we stopped, we said, let's just sit tight, see what happens. And that's what we did.
Yep.
We put the spinner rods away, We went back to our jig rods and all of a sudden started catching them again. I'll tell you what, this is one heck of a fishery. One of my favorites, and you know, Joe's here all the time, and I can tell you that there is nowhere in the country that you can go fishing where you're gonna find such a good year-round bite. I don't care if we're talking spring, summer, fall, in the winter months. It's just awesome. If you're looking at a great vacation, looking for that exact spot, man, I'll tell you what, Lake of the Woods really does have it all. Check them out at lakeofthewoodsmn.com, and I'll tell you what, you can find everything you need right there. Come up here. This is an awesome deal.